All right, welcome to another edition of Unstoppable REI, and I'm here with my friend Jason Malabute. Now, Jason and I met, I want to say maybe a year ago. You were a guest, and I know you've been doing a lot of stuff since that time. We want to get into that, but first, I remember you just reminded me of this when we met the last time. I had a question about how to pronounce your name, and if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not mistaken. It is Malabute, but you correct me if I'm wrong. The way you told me to remember it is that first you get. Oh no, wait a minute. No, you tell me. I forgot. I forgot just that quick. Oh, I know. Wait a minute. I know. First you get the moolah, then you get the boutique. Is
There you
that
go.
right?
It's all about having the right priorities,
Yeah, I hear you, man.
right?
Nice. I love it. I love it. So, man, so you, um, since we talked, I know, and I've been reading a ton about you online, man. I know you transitioned from single family to multifamily.
Yeah.
So I actually wrote down some key questions here because I wanted to make sure I captured all this stuff because I know it's going to be super valuable. So just tell us a little bit about your journey and how you first got started in real estate first. Let's talk about that.
So growing up, my parents always pushed me towards entrepreneurship because I grew up with cerebral palsy. So it's no surprise that I'm gonna have a more challenging time finding a high paying job
Sure.
compared to people who don't have a disability.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to get into some kind of an entrepreneurship area. I just didn't know what. So so I went to college. I took accounting. Um, and then from there, I got my CPA. Started working for a CPA firm here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I was doing one of my clients' tax returns, and I noticed that he was making money through one of his rental properties,
Okay.
and it didn't matter if he went to work that day or not. He still got cash flow. So I said, this looks like a pretty interesting business. So in 2018, I really dug into real estate investing. I started by studying and consuming everything that I could learn about real estate. So 2018, I didn't purchase anything. Instead, what I did was I watched a bunch of podcasts just like this.
Yeah.
If you guys are watching this, I would suggest that you guys watch everything that Rufus, puts out because this is a good resource for you guys. So I was watching podcasts, I was reading a bunch of real estate books. And then in 2019, I started buying single family homes out in Indianapolis. I was using my own money because I knew that I was making, I was going to make a lot of mistakes, which I did.
Yeah.
So I bought a few. I was doing the bird method. I was doing buy and hold. Uh, some properties I made a bunch of money on. Some properties I broke even.
Okay.
But, but I learned more from those I broke even than
Yeah.
the ones that I made a profit from.
Sure.
Yeah. And then from there transitioned into multifamily, got myself a mentor. I was looking for 2 years. I couldn't find anything. And then last month I finally found a great opportunity. 106 units. We're under contract now. We're gonna close in August.
Wow. Okay. So you snuck that in. That was a big deal. So your transition took you a couple of years, but you found a deal, 106 units, and you closed in when did you say?
August.
In August. Well, first of all, congratulations, man. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to transition, from single family to multifamily, and what were the specific challenges or opportunities that sort of led you that direction?
So when I was in single family, I was a big fan of doing the bird method,
Okay.
which for those who doesn't know what's the bird method, um, that stands for buy, re rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat.
Nice.
Uh, so I was doing that for a few properties, and what I noticed was that that process took about seven 7 months for me
Okay.
to do. So my money was stuck in a property for about 7 months. So that means that I could do maybe one or two birds in a year, recycling money.
Okay.
I said, this is a great opportunity for me to learn, but you can't really build great wells doing one or two doors per year because that's gonna take you forever. So
Right.
I gotta find a way for me to scale faster. So that's how I discovered multifamily investing.
Okay.
And then I got myself a mentor. I really leverage his knowledge, his network, which really cuts a lot of the learning curve down.
Yeah, it's quite a bit. So where did you find your mentor? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so I have multiple mentors.
Okay.
Um, my first mentor is Sterling White. I met him through Bigger Pockets.
Okay.
Since I was investing in, since I am investing in Indianapolis, Kansas City. Um, it really was a coincidence because he grew up in Indianapolis,
Ah, I
so
see.
yeah, so there's a connection there. And then my other mentor was Charles Seaman. He offers a free underwriting class every single Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So once again, I met him through Bigger Pockets.
Okay.
I started attending his weekly underwriting session. Um, got really close with him. I was watching him and like his processes and like how he underwrote deals. So I learned a lot from him because I would say that underwriting is one of the hardest skills to learn when it comes to real estate investing.
Okay.
So, so I got I got a little bit from everybody.
Okay.
For example, from Sterling, I got more about the acquisitions and the mindset.
Okay.
From Charles, I got the underwriting and like the process down. And then I have another mentor, David Monroe. What I learned from him is like how to study the market from
Okay.
a macro and micro level.
That's fantastic, man. Now I heard you mention the markets that you're in right now. Obviously, you live in Los Angeles. You still live in Los Angeles?
Yes,
Okay. But you're investing in Kansas City and Indianapolis, you said?
yes, and also Atlanta.
Okay. So what made you decide on those markets? I mean, why are you not investing in LA? Is that
Yeah,
tough
so
market?
yeah, sure. I love living in Los Angeles, but I would not invest in Los Angeles because first of all, it's not landlord friendly.
Okay.
Second of all, it's not business friendly. For example, if your tenants decide not to pay you in this states that are not landlord friendly, for example, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, it could take you up to 6 months to evict a tenant
Wow. Okay. Okay.
compared to more landlord friendly states where it could be as fast as 5 weeks you can get somebody evicted.
Wow. It's interesting that, I mean, all of that research and homework pays off. I mean, you would sort of think like, hey, okay, I want to be an investor. Boom, I'm going to invest. I live in Chicago, so I'm going to invest in Chicago without doing any work, and you'll be in a lot of hurt, won't you? I mean, that would be,
Yeah, like, if you're using your own money, who cares? You can do whatever you want, but when you're responsible for it, for for other people's money, you better take that extra step to really do your due diligence
yeah,
because you have a fiduciary duty to these people who trust you.
yeah, yeah. That's that. Right. That's a huge responsibility. So man, I'm like I said, I'm following you online. I'm seeing you everywhere. I'm seeing you doing boxing classes. I'm seeing you doing, I'm seeing you doing everything, man. And so tell me how has your experience, as a real estate investor with cerebral palsy shaped your perspective and your particular approach in investing in multifamily properties?
So, so, so I think that cerebral palsy has really influenced me, not just in real estate and business, but also in the other parts of my life too, because um, some would say it's a good thing, some people would say it's a bad thing, but for me, like I take it as a tip of my shoulder, I always feel like I gotta prove people wrong. I always had to have that step up on on my competition, and so at the time I'm always pushing myself to become the best version of myself, and hopefully one day when I'm older and when I am as successful as you, maybe maybe I can slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny. I have said this a number of times, but I want to be like you. I want to be like you when I grow up. It's yeah, but it's super encouraging, man. And I think the day that I saw you your video or your boxing, I mean every time I see you, I'm inspired because it's really easy to take your life for granted, not you specifically, but in general, whatever your life is, it's easy to take it for granted and you don't let anything stop you and that's super encouraging. And so when you said, hey Rufus, let's catch up, I was like, dude, let's do it. So I love it. So can you discuss some of the key differences and advantages that you found in investing in multifamily properties as compared to single family?
Yeah, so it mentioned before the biggest difference is scale, right?
Yeah. Okay.
You can either spend 7 months on one door, or you could spend 7 months on 100 doors.
Right.
I have a story for you,
Yeah,
Rufus,
go ahead, tell me.
because I'm back in January. I was this close to closing on an 8-unit deal. I was going back and forth with the owner. I actually flew out to Kansas City. I went to the property. I got bids from contractors. I gave them my final presentation. I threw the whole kitchen sink at him,
Okay.
and I really thought that I got a deal, and then the last minute, the whole thing blew up. Um, he decided not to do the deal anymore. I take full responsibility for everything. But to make a long story short, I felt bad, because I had spent 10 months
Yeah.
working that deal
Wow.
just for it to blow up in my face. And then at the same time, I was taking a course. I was taking a business course by Grant Cardone,
Oh, okay.
yeah, which is somebody that I look up to a lot. And then I was talking to another business owner who was in that course, and he was telling me that he closed on a 1,000 deal going direct to owner,
Wow.
and he was he was talking to the owner for about 2 years. And
Wow.
I started thinking to myself, like, wow, this guy closed on a 1,000 unit deal and he spent 2 years. And I was working on this 8 unit deal for 10 months. So I
Yeah.
said, that's very interesting that an 8 unit deal and a 1,000 unit deal has almost the same amount of work,
Gotcha.
but of course, like the reward is way bigger. So that's why I really challenge myself to think bigger, and that's the same thing when you're transitioning from a single family to multifamily.
Yeah.
Is to think bigger because I think that a lot of people s- stay in single family and they don't want to get into multifamily because it's more comfortable.
Yeah, sure.
It's more realistic to them, and they go, there's nothing wrong with single family. In fact, if I could go back in time, I would still start in single family because
Okay.
it's a good way to learn all the fundamentals of real estate investing.
Yeah.
Uh, how, however, we have a short life. We don't
Yeah.
know we don't know when this life is going to end, and
Right.
um. eh, on your final minute, on your deathbed, you don't want to have any regret.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
so, so that's why I'm just trying to live life to my accord, and I always think of one of my favorite songs, which is by Frank Sinatra, "My Way."
Yeah. I love that. But I know you have another favorite artist. You're really into rap, right?
I do.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that. So man, let's tell me about the 106 unit deal. So can you tell me kind of how you found it? I mean, just tell me about it.
Yeah, so I can't really like go into specifics right now
Oh,
because
sure.
we could do it so under contract and
Oh,
month,
yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Yeah.
but like we'll just keep it very general. One of my partners found a deal. He brought me on.
Okay.
And then I did my own analysis of the property, the market. I actually flew out to the property. I was there for the inspection, due diligence.
Yeah.
I reviewed all the underwriting, and everything looked great. So I said, like, yes, I would love to be part of this opportunity. So yeah,
Nice, nice. I love it. Well, you'll be sure to let me know, man, once it close. Then you'll be able to give me more details and all the secret sauce and everything. So,
uh,
so what advice would you give to somebody who wants to get involved with and by the way, thank you for introducing me to Wakefield.
uh,
Yeah, he's a great guy. I love his name, Wakefield. I wish I had a cool name like that, man.
uh,
But
uh,
so what advice would you give to somebody who wants to get started in well, I guess yeah, maybe they are getting wanting to get started in real estate, period, or they want to transition. And do you think that someone should start off with single family? You said they should start in single family. Okay, cool. So we'll leave that alone. So what advice would you give them to get if you want to transition over?
make sure that this is something that you love, and make sure that you know what's your why. Because on social media, on YouTube, people only show you the highlights.
Yeah.
You know, people only show you them closing on deals, them buying nice watches, traveling to wherever.
Yeah.
But what they don't show you is the things that happens between all that.
Sure.
There's a lot of ups and downs. You're gonna take a lot of losses. There's a lot of nights where you're gonna question yourself. You're gonna question yourself if you did the right thing.
Yeah.
And during those times, you gotta go back to your why. And your why has to be bigger than your doubt, you know. So make sure that you why it's something that's big enough that's gonna push you through those trying times.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you be open to sharing with us what your why is?
Yeah, my why is just to it is to first of all influence as much people as possible. You
Okay.
know, help them get through their limiting beliefs. Using myself as an example.
Yeah.
Also, helping a lot of busy professionals because what I learned is that there's a lot of busy professionals who have the money who want to get into real estate, but they just don't have time. They just don't have time to do all the research, to make all the connections, to make sure that their investment goes good.
Yeah.
I want to be a value to them. I want to help them mm, make the best of their investments and making sure that they are working with a solid, ethical, um, team,
Yeah.
that knows what they're doing. And lastly, my biggest why is proving people wrong, proving people who ever doubted me, people who said that I wasn't gonna be anything in life. That's definitely a big driving force for me
Yeah.
because I will never I can't fail. I can't fail. Because if I fail, I prove them right, and that's something that I cannot live with.
Yeah. Man, that is powerful, Jason. So, do you have any siblings, man?
Yes, yes, I am one little brother,
Okay. You said younger or older?
younger.
Okay, so you're the oldest. Okay, nice. Man, that's really great. Now you also have a group, a meetup group, don't you?
Yes,
So
that's
tell us
right.
about that real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a meetup group here in Los Angeles with it, and we meet up on every last Wednesday of the month. We have, real estate investors and other professionals come to our meetup.
Okay.
Our meetup is 100% free. Our goal is to provide a place where people can get education and also network with other real estate professionals. So if you guys are ever in Los Angeles, I would love it if you guys came to my meetup.
Yeah, I have to do that, man. I actually had to go to a wedding in Los Angeles. This was maybe about 6 months ago, but I was in and out.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 6 months
Wow.
ago. Oh man, I was in and out. I was in and out.
Wow, Rufus.
I
I'm so hurt.
I was in and out, man. I it was real quick. I'm gonna come next time and hang out. Now I have to get there's some good coffee out there, man. Where's the good coffee spots?
Uh, I can tell you because I don't really drink coffee.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
If you ask me, Rufus, I'm gonna tell you Starbucks.
Okay. So here's the last question. First of all, man, how can people before I ask the last one, how can people connect with you if you want to connect with you online? How can they reach
Well,
out to you?
well, I always tell people, if they want to find me, they can find me on my OnlyFans. I, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans, unfortunately. Um, However, you guys can go to my website, www.jasonmalabute.com. You guys can find everything there, and I guarantee that it's actually better than OnlyFans. I promise.
I love it. So, man, so here's my final question. You mentioned limiting beliefs. Now, obviously, well, I shouldn't say obviously. I mean, you would think that your limiting belief has to do with the cerebral palsy. I mean, is that what it has to do with primarily? I mean, what were your limiting beliefs that you had to overcome, man?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would definitely say that that was the majority of it.
Yeah,
We all have limiting beliefs, Rob.
yeah,
No, especially in this time in history, I, I personally feel like a lot of people, especially men, are just getting softer and softer.
mm,
I think that it's cool nowadays, and that it's acceptable to play the victim role,
yeah,
and that is something that I refuse to do because if you play the victim role, you'll never get far in
yeah,
life.
yeah. And what are you doing to work on your limiting beliefs, man? I mean, yeah, what are you doing? Reading? I mean, you got coaches? Yeah,
I would say just taking action, and remember my why, and also facing reality, right? Because I'm pretty sure that nobody would really care about my story if I was not doing what I'm doing, right?
sure, sure.
Um, um, if I wasn't, if I wasn't in real estate, if I wasn't in real estate investing, if I
Yeah.
wasn't in in good shape, I'm pretty sure that you would not be interviewing me right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the real deal, man. I think everybody, they want to follow people that are doing something that are, progressing and yeah, you're right. You're right. But I appreciate that about you, man. Well, Jason, man, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with me. Are there any final things that you want to add in, that things that I haven't asked you about that you want people to know?
No, I just wanted to say, Rufus, thank you for everything that you do for me. Thank you for always having me in your platform.
Yeah.
You're a really good guy, and I appreciate you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate you too, man. And the next time I go to, I don't get to California very often, but next time I go there, I will not leave without looking you up. All right.
I'm so sad, Rufus, because now I feel ignored.
Don't feel ignored, man. Like I said, I was sitting there. I shouldn't have even brought up. I said I'm not going to tell Jason, but I put myself out there. Well, man, hey, well, you have a great rest of the week, man, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon. But let me know when that deal closes because I want to get you back on here so we can talk about all the details. All right. All right, man. Take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Rufus,
Yeah.
are we done recording?
Here, I'll turn the recording off right now.